It is such an easy country to hate, and the attention doesn't go to what China is doing to Muslims. The attention doesn't go to what's going on in Syria. The attention doesn't go to different places. It's mainly the attention goes to this country.
You're saying Israel's an easy country
it's constant. Yeah, I mean, the same.
Why do you think that is, though, Pat? Because I have an opinion here.
Tell me.
I'm not sure if you've read your DMs, but the death threats they're growing every single day. So let me give the flip side. I can totally understand why Americans are just sick of talking about Israel. Totally get it. Okay, like Humberto, I think said that he's like, I just want to stop talking about Israel. That's fine. Israel's not asking you to talk about them. The media is doing it. So the Twitter bots are doing it. Nobody wants to talk about Israel here. All right, AIPAC, the control, have that conversation. But here's my question. Israel, they're looking to take over 0 cities. 0 cities. In fact, Israel controls the world. Israel controls America. We're about to have an Islamic communist mayor of New York City. The most Jews in the world outside of Israel, New York, can't even win New York. So there's a population situation. Cities across Europe, are they in jeopardy of being run over by Jews? Is London, is Brussels, is Paris, is Rome, is Oslo, are all these cities going to be governed by Jews? No, it's all going to be Muslims in the coming years. That's a whole conversation that Tommy Robinson can invite. But all these countries that are having issues these days, AIPAC isn't in the UK. AIPAC isn't doing their thing in Australia. Why are all these other countries around the world that don't share the concerns of getting America into war, why do they all have so much anti-Israel hate? Because it's not Israel's getting us involved in wars and it's Bibi that's causing us to do invade Iraq. No, why are all these countries? Could it be that it's just the longest, the most hated, long-standing type of hate in the world? I don't know. I'm asking you guys a question because I see it in America. People are so sick of Israel. Well, I want to understand from a global perspective.
You showed didn't you come up with the chart when we were prepping? Like where's that chart that shows the anti-feelings towards, is it Israel? Or was it against Jewish people? Do you remember which one it was?
Yeah, the unfavorability rate,
unfavorability.
Pew Research. It's horrible towards Israel.
Yeah, can you show that, Rob?
Yeah, we showed that too. I showed it to Bibi.
Adam, I'm just thinking, basic, like, where is it coming from?
I'm asking you guys.
I think this is my opinion. I think it's the way of the handling of the war. And bro, that when it comes to war, people are going to be critical. I understand the side of.
So you genuinely think it's because of the war?
I think it's because of the war and 100%.
What else do you think it is?
I mean,
because I remember on October 8th, people saying before Israel even attacked that they were going to commit genocide. So before they even fired a bullet, they're going to genocide. So to me, this has all just been brewing underneath, and this is an excuse to hate the Jews again. But okay, other than war, what is it?
Well, I think
because if they stop the war, people are going to go back to liking Israel.
Well, those are the basic things.
What else? War, what else?
Is the AIPAC?
That affects America. What else? The world.
That affects them. At the end of the day, Adam, when we talk about everybody else, this is our ally. This isn't just another regular country. So when they do something, America looks like they're bad. So, and for instance, you know me and how I feel about children. I want if there's injured kids, and I want to help those people 100% when it comes to children. But did you see a couple weeks ago, Pat, when Laura Loomer was put them on blast and got Marco Rubio involved, where there was airplanes full of people coming into the United States from Palestine? And guess what? As much as I want to help these people, you're going to let in a group of people whose fathers, brothers, mothers, aunts have been getting killed in Gaza, and then you want to bring them here? How do you think they're going to feel towards America? Because our biggest ally is Israel. That's a dangerous thing to do, because they're going to come in with smiles.
I appreciate that. It's from an American perspective. I'd love to get Tom's perspective. But Pat, let me ask you something. I remember you said something to the effect of like, you want people to stop hating on you? You know a good idea what you could do, Israel? Or Jewish people? Lose.
Oh, no, I didn't
Start
say
losing.
that. You know who said that? Thomas Sowell.
Thomas Sowell said that. Exactly. You're repeating Thomas Sowell.
Yeah.
So, all right, so the Jews control the world. There's 0.02% of the population of the world are Jewish. So in my opinion, a lot of the world are looking for scapegoats because their lives are meaningless, or they're not doing things they want in their life, or they're poor, or they're not rich, or things aren't going well, or especially in the Middle East, you're supposed to be the chosen people from the last prophet, yet you're in turmoil and misery. Oh, it must be the Jews. So I have news for you. Jews are typically raised with good foundation and good principles and want to learn and want to be educated and want to make money. That is a recipe for success for anybody. Anybody can do what the Jews are doing, but a lot of people won't put in the work. So, Tom, what's your opinion on what all this hate comes from?
So I can't begin to speculate on why each and every country, I looked at that list and I'm like, okay, there's some countries that are very Muslim. Indonesia, okay, I can understand that. There's this because there's a Muslim Jewish schism that's there that goes back.
You think?
I don't understand Japan. I see Japan has got similar data points to Indonesia. I look down this and I'm like, why would Japan have the people feel this way? And I don't have a baseline for it, like a before and after, but I will tell you, in the theater of modern warfare, there is a lot of feeling right now. There's a lot of feeling, and there are a lot of polling and things out there that people feel one way about ideas and they think another way about execution.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted the border shut in the U.S. Everybody wanted to control immigration. Nobody wanted to see people picked up out while they were picking fruit in a field or from a construction site and shipped out. When people saw execution, like, okay, I was in favor of closing the border, but I don't really like that. And also you've got like the movie Wag the Dog. You get little glimpses on a video that give you emotional responses. Now, it's gone on for a long time, and there's an awful lot of humanitarian stuff that's going on in Gaza. And I see a lot of articles and translated from many different languages, French, German, that are saying, you defending yourself from October 7th, you've gone too far. And I see that. So I don't know where the feeling was before.
Here's Thomas Sowell.
But
Thomas
there's a lot of
Sowell
people
explains
saying
this.
you've gone too far, and I don't like what I see.
I want to show this.
Which is leading too far, leads him to say...
We got it, Tom. So I want to show
genocide.
this. I want to show this, and for you to see this. This is from a few months ago, but this is Thomas Sowell's interview from many years ago. Thomas Sowell hasn't done an interview in a long time. And he's
We'd love
asking
to
about
interview
this.
Thomas Sowell, though.
Huh?
You'd love to interview
Thomas Sowell is probably... he wrote a book called Reason. He called
The one that I read,
Black
Vertigo.
Black Rednecks.
What was it called?
and,
Reason, or was it called by the way, the guy is unfreaking believable. He schooled people like you wouldn't believe.
Mm-hmm.
He was phenomenal.
Reader.
What? Reader. That's the
Reader.
one. Thank you, Rob. This is everybody should read the book Reader. I don't care if you're 13 years old or 60 years old. You should read Reader. Watch how Thomas Sowell breaks it down and what he says the last 3 seconds of the interview. Go for it.
Middleman minorities, of which the Jews are the most prominent, the hostility to these people in countries around the world is out of all proportion to that, to any other kind of group I can think of. In terms of violence, the number of Chinese killed, let's say, in 1 year, and by mob action exceeds all the blacks lynched in the entire history of the United States. And the number of Armenians killed in Turkey, during the First World War is greater than that. And of course, the number of Jews slaughtered on a number of occasions in history, even before the Holocaust, is greater than that. So that the question is, why this particular kind of people are the targets of so much venomous hatred? And I think the answer is that they not only succeed, they succeed in a way which is a threat to the egos of other people. But the guy who comes here, let's say from Vietnam or Korea, and arrives here with little more than the clothes on his back and a few words of broken English, and a decade later, he has his own little business, and you see his son a few years after that getting ready to go off to Harvard or MIT. You got to ask yourself, you either got to, you've got to hate yourself for saying, my God, I've been stagnating. This guy was nothing, and now he's risen up. Or you're going to have to hate him. Years ago, one official of one of the Jewish organizations in New York asked me, what can Jews themselves do in order to minimize the hostility they face? And I gave him a one-word answer: fail. Because as long as you succeed, you're going to be hated. The middleman might.
Yeah, exactly.
Thomas Sowell for you.
That is so true about Los Angeles. Growing up in Los Angeles, and first of all, I shared the joy of many friends who are Armenians that I knew from Cal State Northridge and living out there, who told me what the Holocaust was. And then I would go into my world history classes at college and I asked about, hey, we're covering World War I. What about this? What are you talking about? And I and I spoke for them, and I brought it up. And in that same Los Angeles, exactly what Thomas Sowell is talking about, I saw it with the Koreans that protected their own businesses during the Rodney King riots, and we saw the vitriol toward the Japanese and the Koreans in Los Angeles, and all they did was come over here, and exactly as Thomas Sowell said, they succeeded, they built a business, and suddenly other people in the community didn't like them or thought that, that wasn't fair like this. And they used to make jokes about UCLA. Oh, it's University of Californians living among Asians. It's really, what's so terrible about a kid doing well on an SAT and being able to get into UCLA? I don't understand. And UCLA had this over-index of Asians. Why? Because all these people were succeeding in LA and they wanted to send their kids to a good school. They got in-state tuition. They sent them to UCLA. What Thomas Sowell is saying, I saw in Los Angeles as I was there over 50 years and seeing people grow up, and I see it. And it wasn't a black-white thing. I saw it in other races.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, that's Thomas Sowell for you. And for me, I like to listen to people that emotion is low, reason is high. And Thomas Sowell breaks things down in a very reasonable way. And by the way, this still doesn't mean I have to support what's happening to Palestinians. This still doesn't mean I have to support what's going on there with the war. This still doesn't mean I have to support any of that stuff. It just means I have to find a way to not allow all these emotional, and by the way, if you're Muslim, you got 2 billion people, who do you think has a monopoly on social media? Who? Jews or Muslims? And then those 2 billion people that are messaging, and they're able to recruit others because the average person is going to be like, wow, this guy gets this many retweets, that guy gets this, he must be right, he must be this. But you have to be able to step back and sit there and say, I don't support what's going on here. I like yesterday, the video with, when they shot up the hospital, that Bibi had to come back and apologize. And then after a first shot, they shoot the second one. And you see the video. I don't have to support that. Okay, this clip right here, we don't have to show it to the public, Rob, so make sure the people in the back are not doing it. The guy's flipping them off, right? They're talking to their own people. They're fixing this place. And then within seconds, boom. Gone, right? Wow. This is the nasty part of war. But watch what this does to the average person. This is all they see. And they say, wow, how bad. This is terrible. War is nasty on both sides. It's not for the emotional, wary. It's not for the average person. And the only difference today that we're living, 20 years ago, you wouldn't see these clips. Today, it's everywhere. And so guess what? To all the emotional people, it's so easy to hold them hostage and to keep them forever, and to get them to hate somebody else. When I was in school, everybody liked me. I was a regular guy. All the kids went to universities. All my friends went to colleges. I'm the only guy that didn't go to college. And my friends would say, parents, be careful with Patrick. Divorced family, be careful with them. Trouble. So guess what? I couldn't even get into a community college, Glendale Community College. I joke about it. Obviously, I went there and I got GOV, whatever that was, the benefits they're giving you, Gov, all these things that, obviously for the government, you can do this. Eventually, I joined the Army. I come out. My friends are like, oh, it's okay. It's going to be okay. This is Patrick. It's going to be okay. He's not going to do anything big in his life. The moment I won a little bit, I'm like, hey, made 6 figures. What's he doing? Well, it's just 6 figures. He doesn't have a degree. And then I made $250,000. And then I made $1 million. And the next thing you know, all the same people who were feeling sorry for me when my parents got through a divorce, and they were all happy, and their parents were married, and their parents told them stay away from that guy. Now they're all saying things behind my back. Wait a minute, we were best friends. Why? Because I was not the one that was supposed to make it. And then it's, oh, he made it because of this business. Oh, I would never make the money the way I would never. Oh, now you're tarnishing. Okay, great. Then you know what I realized? Look, I have a choice. Win for the people that matter in my life, and allow the people that have worked with you to know how you are, or go out there and try to please the people that you're never going to win over. I have no desire to be part of this camp.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're held hostage, you conform, you're in prison. You don't even know it. You will never win an election here. This is not the election I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win this election. You ought to make that decision for yourself as well. I'm going to wrap up. We got to go because I got a meeting too. I know you want to say a couple words as well.
I just wanted to ask you a question. But yeah. Simple question. How often do you read the Bible?
I've been reading Proverbs this week. And I've just been, I couldn't put it down. I'm like, I need Proverbs right now. I'm just going through it right now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going through Proverbs right now.
The reason I asked that, because I know Vinny's been reading it. I know Tom has been reading it. You know, I had that epiphany. I was like, the Bible is really just the Old Testament, the 5 books of Moses, and the New Testament. Here's my opinion. I was actually speaking with Rabbi Benny. I said, here's what I've noticed.
Vinny?
Benny.
Oh, Benny.
Okay.
They should Vinny.
Rabbi Vinny, that'd be great. Coming soon.
Do it
Here's
fast.
what I've realized.
I got a meeting in 3 minutes.
People that study the Torah turn out to be, for the most part, way more learned and scholarly and have way more principles. People that read the Bible, in my opinion, become way more righteous and virtuous. On another note, people that read the Quran and read it literally become way more radical and extremist and practice jihad. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. And stats validate some of it.
We call them radical clerics.
Yeah.
I don't know about radical. I've never heard radical Catholic priests, radical Protestant ministers or pastors or radical Jewish rabbis, but somehow we now have a lexicon that includes
I tell
radical
you,
clerics.
Tom, let me tell you, Tom, as much as we're talking the way that we are, there is a massive, loud population that's against it. Yeah. And the people are afraid of losing that audience. And I'm not. I don't wake up in the morning trying to win audience over. I'm going to be myself long term, and if you like it, like it. You don't, you don't. And I'm going to call out anybody and everybody if I don't like it. But, man, to the emotional few, read. To those of you that are watching this because you're hate watching, you're not like watching, keep coming back. We enjoy it. We don't mind it at all. As long as you respect. Adam said something to a guy the other day on Manek. He says, you know, and the guy pushed you a little bit on Manek. I don't want to say the guy's name, but he said something. He's like, nobody likes you. And that's not true. I actually like the guy. He said, he send me exactly what was. I'm like, no, wait a minute. I like this guy. I like talking to this guy.
Yeah.
And we have back and forth. I don't have any problem with even talking to haters. I have one basic rule. It's a very simple rule with me. Just be respectful. If you're respectful, you disagree, we're going to be okay together long term. Once a year we get together. I can't wait to see everybody this year. This is going to be the biggest one by a mile. Record-breaking attendance coming to this event here from all over the world. 3.5-day strategy session, business, all the stuff that we'll be doing. It's a very unique experience if you haven't been to it. Orlando Gaylord, if you want to get registered, go to thevaultconference.com. This year's sponsor, the title sponsor of this entire event is Goliath Ventures, founder Chris Delgado. We've spent a lot of time with these guys. They've come to Yankees games with us. They've been coming to Vault conferences for the last God knows how many years. Goliath was founded in 2019, a private global equity firm focused on blockchain and decentralized finance, built on 3 pillars: technology, opportunity, and community. Core belief: blockchain is the foundation of a generational wealth shift. You can go search them, Goliath Ventures, Inc.com, to learn more about them. They'll be at the Vault conference all over the place. But tonight, those of you that bought the ticket that are coming here, I told you it's going to be special. I'm going to whisper you for the last time. If you're around the Florida area, you want to come to the networking event tonight on the campus. Do you know we're going to have Ferrari SP3s here? I don't know if you know what an SP3 is. Rob, can you pull up what an SP3 is, Ferrari SP3? You're talking about Ferrari SP3.
It's a modern homage to a classic shape.
Finding this car, Vinny.
Holy moly.
It's a $5 million car. It'll be on the lot.
It's just pulling up.
We will have a LaFerrari on the lot. We will have multiple $5 million cars on the lot for you to come by and see. You'll have Senna's 1989 McLaren car. You'll have jets to get on and see for some of you guys that have CEOs and founder tickets. You will see the hangar opened up, bunch of new things that nobody's seen before. Anybody that's a platinum and an executive, you'll get a tour. Founders and CEOs, you'll get a tour from me. And then right afterwards, anybody that's platinum and executive up, you will be able to go to the cigar lounge to hang out with each other, have drinks, have conversations at the boardroom, obviously on the other side, and then platinum will be on the back. The members, boardroom members, but you'll get a chance to actually see the cigar lounge. This is the manual, by the way, Rob, if you want to play this clip. This year's Vault Conference. Gang, for those of you guys that are going to the Vault Conference, manual is here. This year it is 296 pages.
Holy moly.
Oh
sick.
My goodness. We cannot wait to go through this with all of you at
wow, that looks amazing.
the Vault Conference. You know when we start working on this manual? A week after the Vault ends for next year. That's when we start working on next year's conference. Yeah, so we can't wait to see everybody. Anyways, if you haven't yet registered, pretty much last chance. 12 days left to the event. Go to thevaultconference.com. Again, go to thevaultconference.com. It's becoming the #1 business event for serious growth because you actually get strategies on how to take your business and your life to the next level. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.